All right, so we are back here on Gunthcraft Season 2, um, and I'm going to walk you through everything that I built in my base area. We are currently sitting on a cliff edge that is a small cherry biome that overlooks a plains biome, and we are about 4,000 blocks south of the spawn. So this is my Asian-inspired cherry house. We'll just go on in front door. A nice big open main room here, our portal, some kind of couches and rugs. This is a map of the local area. This is, I think, 3 by 2, 3 wide and 2 tall. And that's us there. If you come in this right-hand side, we have an enchanting area here. We have a potion area kind of right there. And upstairs are all of our potion ingredients in this nice kind of little lofty storage area. We have a similar thing on this side. We've got some furnaces, stone cutting, and then some other like action blocks, station blocks, and then again more storage up here, which I have never used. There's nothing in any of these chests. If you go up the center ladder, you get up to the main storage of the house. This is where all the stuff that I use the most is stored. Everything from ominous bottles from an ominous bottle farm I built to lapis, iron, everything I need that I use consistently, all up in this kind of chest area. We'll go up one more level to the top floor, and this is where the bedroom is. This is where I go to sleep to skip a day, that kind of stuff. So yeah, this is the cherry house. It was tons of fun to build. It took a lot of cherry wood and some nether tree blocks. So it took a lot of work, but I really like how it came out. I did follow a tutorial for this, but it was still a ton of fun to build. So let's take you out into the valley and show you everything else. Because we're up on top of this giant cliff here, I ended up putting this path into the side of the hill just to have a walking path down to where everything else was. And everything I've built down here is basically either a farm or something aesthetic to hide a farm. So the first thing we're going to come across here is my sugarcane farm. This is just your standard observer piston sugarcane farm. I've stacked 2 levels on top of each other, and I've added an auto crafter. So the sugarcane hits this chest here, goes to the auto crafter, and turns into paper and lands in these chests down here. If we keep going along the upper dock, you can see kind of my little water feature river here. I need to do a little bit of work on that. I used to have some different colors of stuff, and too much bone meal turned too many things green. This little kind of shed area is my bone meal and flour farm. This is a self-replicating farm. I'll show you how here in a minute. Basically, you click the note block. It does that. Gets me several flours and wheat seeds. Now, if you come down here, you can find the auto sorting system that sorts all the flours out and spits the wheat seeds into composters. It turns it into bone meal, which then shoots it into this water stream and deposits it into that little dropper right out there. Because what's going on here, it comes into this chest and the chest pulls it out and drops it in there. So this is the flour and bone meal farm. This kind of stripped birch and birch house, this would be a wool farm if I had any sheep in it. This is where you would have a wool farm. You just put sheep in the 4 sides and it automatically does sheep shearing things. Down below that, this house here houses my chicken farm. It's your standard chicken farm with lava and, or with blocks and stuff to get chicken and eggs. Come back up the hill. I've got path blocks all over the place. Now we come into this kind of cathedral, and this is my wood farm. So you go up to the top, you flip some switches, and you stand in a certain spot, and you get basically any wood you want. I've made a storage here for the basic wood types and shapes that I use the most, and then some extra storage over here for like bamboo and mangrove. And then storage for uh, some auto crafters that I've placed in here to just craft planks out of logs. And then this is the chests for the farm. You can see the top of the tree farm way up there. We stay on this side and come over here. This is the entrance to my mine. And I got tired of climbing it over and over again. So we put an elevator in. You can ride the elevator up and down. Let's go ahead and get down here to the bottom. So this is my cave that has a couple of mines and I think a spawner farm in it. So just a cave that I like to go caving and such in. Take the elevator back up. Just a standard flying machine, but in a vertical orientation. Stick to our path blocks. The torches help mark the way. This is my super smelter house. You come in here and you put this upper chest that is on this rail here. Get your stone, your items that need to be smelted, and this chest is your fuel. And everything works on these smelters and comes out in that chest right there. This is the catch pool for the tree farm. Come this way. This is a standard cascade type farm. Flip the lever, water washes down all the crops into a hopper system collection down there. And then to go along with that, we have the windmill. This is just aesthetic. It doesn't actually do anything, but this is where you would essentially grind the wheat and grain that you get from the cascade farm over there into hay. And that's all this right here. The hay hides the entrance to the storage system for my iron farm. So this is an iron farm that's hidden inside a kind of a farmhouse look. And if you were to take that ladder up and go inside up there, that is entirely fully furnished with stuff on the walls and a bed. That's a kind of a second home. The entrance to the storage is hidden over here in the hay. We come down here. We've got a little bit of iron. We're doing good. This is a auto crafting array that automatically crafts what you get into blocks or nuggets, and then composts the poppies, so you get bone meal out of it. The auto crafter was one of the coolest blocks they ever added to Minecraft. Just to kind of connect the iron farm and give it a place for things to work, we've built the forge. This is just basically a large industrial kind of complex. Here's my lava farm. It's got some moving parts that just kind of move. They don't really do anything. But we're doing some forging and some smelting in there, just for funsies. And that's this upper cliff. And now if we come over here, and we follow the path downwards, we get into our quarry area. So we have our crane right here, doing crane things. We've got some ores just waiting their chance to be picked up and smelted. Back here in the back is stone storage. So these are all the main stone ore types, rock ore types that I use. Everything is labeled with signs. And then we have our little stone cutting area set up right over here. Yeah, a little furnace there if you need it. Wheelbarrows. So yeah, this is the quarry. Moving on from there, just come over here to the trading hall right quick. The large open air trading hall that I was in the process of working on getting villagers and such into. But we do have, all of these are full. We have all the librarians Not many trades have been fixed here, but we have all the librarians for when we were planning on, you know, doing that. And then we've got even more villagers up here, ready to do villager trading things, extra chests. I don't remember what was down here. Oh, this is, I have farms all over the place, and they all lead. So my paper farm, I ran its storage all the way from that first building we looked at using water streams. I brought it all the way over here, so paper is always here. And then same thing with my zombie farm. I brought the rotten flesh from the zombie farm all the way over here. I forgot I did that. And we'll come over here and catch the last couple of builds, or last item or two. So this is the barn and stables area. We have a trio of horses and diamond armor. We've got a little pig area over here. Nice little water spout. Got a few chickens roaming around. Just kind of a little workshop area there. Beehives. Another wheelbarrow. Cows and sheep area. Kind of a little loft with a little bit of storage and a bed on both sides. But yeah, this is the stables kind of barn. I do have a villager breeder here that I never really disguised as an actual building, but it's a villager breeder, and you can see we have plenty of villagers down there that need a place to go. And then the last thing to look at is up the hill. This is my other water feature. So this is a basic water cube. You can walk right through this thing. There are no walls. That water is self-contained. It's just flowing down via some stairs in there. Unfortunately, I was trying to use this as an aquarium. Unfortunately, the fish do like to swim out. They don't like to stay in this one. They'll stay in one that is like 3 by 3. But as large as this one is, they don't like to stay in there. But yeah, so that is all of the things that I have built in my base area for Gunthcraft. We had a really good time this season, building up all of these like fun farms and buildings and kind of neat stuff. Like we had a really good time. So yeah, I can't wait for Gunthcraft Season 3. Hopefully it starts up after the new year, and we'll see what we're going to do then. So yeah, this was my world for Gunthcraft Season 2. Thanks.